Hey, it's Tommy. I'm going to be doing a video of actually a couple things tonight, starting with these little trucks here, these little Tamiyas, some budget Lipo, and some new stuff. Let's start with the trucks here. These are the re-releases of the Midnight Pumpkin, the Chrome Edition, and the Lunchbox. The main reason for me getting these little trucks, not only because I wanted them, they're cool, and it's also so I could get my kids into hobby-grade RC. I figured these were a good starting point. I actually started by buying them a Traxxas Slash and a Bullet ST Flux by HPI, but you know what, they were intimidated by the speed, the fact that they rolled over so easy. They were pretty much uncontrollable for the little hands. They're 7 and 10. So these seemed like a better choice because they got to watch the build. I had to paint them, well, paint this one, and they got to see how it all came together in case we have to fix them. I guess we'll start with this little guy here, the Midnight Pumpkin. This has the pre-painted or pre-chromed body. It just looks kind of cool. The only thing that's not stock on these particular trucks is the fact that we installed the bearing kits from the beginning, so that way we don't have to take them apart to do it later. The bearing kits are like $10. It completely made sense to get them right off the rip. Now, on this little guy here, I did have to paint the body. It comes white. You can leave it, but who wants to leave it white? I used this Duplicolor Color Effects paint, so it gives it that cool, like, 70s van look. I hit it with a couple of coats of flat black to begin with. I put about 5 coats of that on there, and then hit it with about 5 coats of clear coat. So it came up with a nice shine. I realized that in the near future, when these go out, they're not going to be so pretty, but why not do a good job off the rip? And it changes color in the light. Now, I don't know how well it'll translate here, but in person, it actually looks really cool. Hence the reason I didn't put all the stickers on the sides. But it says Lunchbox here. And these little guys, I run the Venom Power 3300 milliamp nickel metal hydrates. That's plenty of power and plenty of runtime with the little silver cans, and this is the way it sits stock. But I do intend on throwing in some Traxxas ESCs and these Titan 12-turn motors once the boys get a little more acclimated to the trucks. Give it a little more speed, it'll just pop more wheelies, it'll just be a good time. I also have some Traxxas shocks here that I'm going to throw on the front, but not off the bat. I want it to be all bouncy. I want them to see how these things ran back in the 80s, back when I was playing with these suckers. After a while, I'll throw these oil-filled shocks. I just had them laying around, so why not toss them on there? And it'll give them a little more control. It'll actually, you know, make the dampers a lot more smooth. But for now, we're going to leave them as is. Now, these come with the ESC, they come with the silver cans, but they do not come with the controller or receiver. So, rather than spending a ton of money on these little guys, I went ahead and ordered a couple of these Gt2 Controllers. I got it from hobbyking.com. To be honest with you, I've had some time with it, and they work really good. For 20 bucks, you know, you can't beat it. You know, the only problem with the controller itself is the fact that they do take 8 batteries, and they have this horrendous orange paint on them. But as far as, you know, the little controls here, you have all the little bells and whistles that you're going to need for something like this. The reason I bought these, not only because they were cheap, but I could get a spare. I bought 2 for this, and I bought this extra one just to have around in case I have a problem or need a controller for a new truck, something like that. Cheap as they were, it makes complete sense. Now, budget Lipo. Speaking of Hobby King, inside of here, this is a fireproof safe, by the way. This is where I store my Lipos. You know, you don't want to burn down the house. So, I run in my Summit these Zippy 5000s. They're the 20C series. I actually have 8 of them, and they're 17, 18 bucks in Hobby King. I have no complaints on these. I've never had a problem. They give great power. They've never had an issue. I do not worry about these batteries. I've had them for about 9 months. Like I said, I have 8 of them, and none of them have given me any problems. So, if you're looking for a decent Lipo on a good, you know, low budget, these, I highly recommend them. Hobby King has several different types of Lipos, all at really good prices. So I recommend checking it out for that. Now, on a personal note, I just want to say thanks to everyone who have subscribed to my channel lately. It means a lot to me. I'm glad that people want to see what I have to say. Most appreciative. And I hope I put out good videos that you find interesting, somewhat informative, not too horrible. I hope to do it for a while, and I hope to see you there. For now, I'm out of here, but until the next time, we'll see you again.